Let me tell you something most people don't know. When you lie down at night, turn off the lights and drift into sleep. You might think your body is finally resting, but inside, your brain and blood vessels are still working. And for some seniors, they're fighting for balance. According to the National Institute on Aging, nearly 70% of adults over 65 have some form of nocturnal blood pressure instability, meaning their blood pressure doesn't drop the way it should while sleeping. And for some, it actually spikes between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. This pattern, known as a reverse dipper profile, has been shown in studies to double the risk of silent strokes. Strokes that don't cause immediate symptoms, but slowly chip away at memory, balance, and independence. In fact, a 2020 study from Tohoku University in Japan found that older adults with nighttime BP spikes were 3.3 times more likely to suffer a stroke within 2 years, even if their daytime blood pressure seemed under control. That's not all. If you have conditions like type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, or even chronic stress, your risk of what researchers call a midnight cerebrovascular event increases dramatically. Now here's the part no one talks about. While we sleep, the brain is supposed to enter a repair phase, activating something called the glymphatic system, a process that clears out toxins, dead cells, and inflammation. But guess what disrupts that system? Poor blood flow, inflammation from bad food, stress hormones like cortisol, and yes, a poor bedtime routine. You see, your bedtime behavior directly affects how your brain heals at night. And for seniors, that's everything. Because you don't need to be told what stroke looks like. You've seen it in friends, neighbors, maybe even family. The slurred words, the cane, the silence, and too often, the loss of independence. But what if, just a few changes each night, simple things, could give your brain the support it needs to stay sharp, steady, and stroke-free? In this video, I'll walk you through a science-backed bedtime routine, a gentle, natural plan to calm your nervous system, lower nighttime blood pressure, improve blood flow to the brain, and activate your brain's natural repair response. You won't need medication. You won't need a new mattress. You just need intention, because your strongest protection might happen in the quietest hours of your day. Part 1. 9 p.m. The hour that sets the tone for your brain. It's around 9 p.m. The house gets quiet. The phone stops ringing. The day's noise begins to fade. And whether you realize it or not, your body is preparing for something big. See, in older adults, the brain's repair window begins about 60 to 90 minutes before sleep. That's when your parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for rest and recovery, starts to take over. But only if you let it. If you're watching stressful news, arguing, or eating heavy food, you're sending the wrong signals. Signals that trigger cortisol, the stress hormone, and keep your blood vessels tight, your heart racing, and your brain restless. But if you create the right conditions, calm, nourishment, warmth, you're giving your brain the green light to enter recovery mode. And that begins with what you put in your body. Start with a warm, magnesium-rich drink. A 2021 study in Nutrients Journal found that adults over 60 who consumed 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium daily had significantly lower nighttime blood pressure and fewer early morning stroke indicators. That's because magnesium helps relax the blood vessels, calm nerve activity, and reduce inflammation in the brain. So around 9 p.m., Try a small mug of warm almond milk with cinnamon, or a chamomile tea with magnesium citrate powder. Even just a banana smoothie with oat milk can work wonders. Just avoid anything caffeinated or sugary. No coffee, no chocolate, no soda. Avoid heavy foods and late meals. A heavy dinner late at night doesn't just upset your stomach. It can raise your heart rate, disrupt your blood sugar, and cause blood pressure surges at 2 to 4 a.m., exactly when most nighttime strokes happen. In fact, research from the University of São Paulo showed that eating dinner less than 2 hours before bed was associated with a 41% higher risk of nighttime hypertension in seniors. So here's a simple rule. Finish your last big meal 3 hours before bed, and if you need a snack at 9 p.m., make it light, anti-inflammatory, and stroke-friendly. A few good options: a boiled egg with half an avocado, a spoonful of Greek yogurt with blueberries, or just a few walnuts and banana slices. These foods are rich in magnesium, potassium, and tryptophan, nutrients that support vascular repair, neurotransmitter balance, and quality sleep. Use gentle movement or breath work. Before heading to bed, try this. Sit in a chair. Close your eyes. Take 5 slow, deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. This activates the vagus nerve, lowers heart rate, and helps shift your body into deep recovery mode. A study from Frontiers in Human Neuroscience found that just 10 minutes of deep breathing before bed can lower systolic blood pressure by up to 11 millimeters of mercury in older adults, comparable to the effect of some medications. You don't need to meditate. You don't need to stretch. Just breathe, slowly, intentionally. Create a winding down environment. Finally, make sure the space around you matches the peace you want inside you. Dim the lights. Turn off the news. Put away loud, bright electronics. Listen to soft instrumental music or nature sounds, or read something calm, nothing stressful. This signals to your brain that the day is ending, and that it's time to let go. Because stroke prevention doesn't only happen in hospitals or clinics. It begins with small, quiet moments. Like this one. Part 2. 30 minutes before bed. Guiding your brain into recovery mode. By now, it's about 9:30 p.m. The house is still. Dinner is done. The lights are lower. And your body is listening carefully, waiting for one final message. Is it safe to let go now? And this is where the next 30 minutes become some of the most powerful of your entire day. Lower the temperature. Calm the blood vessels. Your brain needs your body to cool down in order to enter deep, restorative sleep. And that cooling effect doesn't just help you fall asleep. It helps regulate blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and support brain waste clearance through the glymphatic system. According to a study from the Journal of Physiological Anthropology, older adults who sleep in a room cooled to around 65 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 19 degrees Celsius, had better blood flow to the brain and more stable nighttime blood pressure compared to those in warmer rooms. So now is the time to turn the thermostat down, open a window if the air is clean, use breathable cotton sheets. Avoid heavy or electric blankets unless medically needed. A cooler room, paired with warm feet, like socks, can dramatically improve sleep circulation. Shift to red or amber light. Protect melatonin production. Bright white or blue light, like the kind from TVs, phones, and LED bulbs, suppresses melatonin, the hormone your brain needs to fall asleep and regulate blood pressure. Melatonin also plays a neuroprotective role. It reduces oxidative stress in the brain, lowers inflammation, and improves blood-brain barrier function. Research published in Chronobiology International found that seniors exposed to blue light before bed had 25% lower melatonin levels and increased nighttime heart rate variability, a risk factor for stroke and cardiac events. What should you do instead? Use amber or red-colored night lights in your bedroom or bathroom. Turn off the TV and put your phone on night mode, or better, out of reach. Read under a soft amber light, or use a red-tinted lamp made for seniors with sleep trouble. Engage the mind gently, but don't stimulate it. Your brain doesn't just want to be shut off, it wants to be guided into stillness. Now is the perfect time to do something quiet, repetitive, or soothing. Read a calming book, not a thriller or anything political. Listen to soft instrumental music. Studies show 60 beats per minute is ideal. Recite a prayer, mantra, or personal reflection. Write down 3 things you're grateful for in a small notebook. Gratitude has real power. In a 2019 study published in Behavioral Sleep Medicine, older adults who practiced a 5-minute gratitude reflection before bed reported 22% better sleep quality and lower nighttime blood pressure after just 2 weeks. Get into bed with intention and the right position. As you climb into bed, pause, take one long breath in, and let it out slowly. This single act shifts your nervous system toward parasympathetic activity, helping slow your heart rate and calm the mind. Now here's something most seniors don't know. Your sleep position matters. Studies from the American Heart Association show that sleeping on your left side can help improve circulation and reduce pressure on major blood vessels, especially for those with high blood pressure or heart failure. Avoid sleeping flat on your back if you have sleep apnea or snoring, as this can reduce oxygen flow and put more stress on your heart and brain. And always keep your head slightly elevated, not too high, not too flat, to help with brain fluid drainage and stroke prevention overnight. Let sleep take over. Don't force it now. You've done your part. You've given your brain the signals, the nutrients, the quiet. You've set the temperature, calmed the breath, softened the lights. There's nothing left to push, no race to fall asleep. Just trust that your body, when supported, knows how to heal. And while you sleep, your brain will go to work, clearing waste, forming new connections, lowering inflammation, and guarding you from the very thing you fear most: losing your independence. So tonight, as the day winds down, and the world outside your window grows quiet, remember this. Your health doesn't just depend on what you do during the day. It depends on what you allow your body to do at night. You don't need expensive treatments. You don't need to be perfect. You just need a little consistency and a little care. One warm, magnesium-rich drink. One quiet breath. A dimmed light. A calm heart. Because every night your brain is asking, "Am I safe to heal?" And with the right routine, you can answer, yes. Over time, these small habits become powerful shields, guarding your memory, your movement, your independence, and protecting you from one of the greatest risks we face as we age. So tonight, choose peace. Choose stillness. Choose sleep that repairs, restores, and protects. And if this video helped you, please share it with someone you care about, a spouse, a parent, a friend, because prevention begins not with fear, but with understanding and gentle action. Thank you for watching. Sleep well, stay strong, and remember, Your brain is worth protecting every night.